Hey everyone, today we're going to talk about how to get more clients. Now, I'm not an expert on this matter, and I'm sure that there are people that are way better than me, but I'm going to show you what I've learned up to now. I'm going to give you a free tool, something that I created myself, which is going to save you hundreds of dollars in scraping and AI costs. If you don't know me, my name is Carlo. I'm an AI consultant. I'm an executive coach, and part of my business is finding clients. And if you're anywhere in the B2B world, if you're offering any service to other businesses, you're going to need to find clients. And you have a few ways to find clients. You can write content online. You can produce content like I'm doing right now. You can post on LinkedIn, TikTok, wherever, get leads from there. That's a great system. The only problem is it's unpredictable. So it's cheap, but you don't know how many leads you're going to get from there. The second option is ads. So if you have a budget and you have, let's say, 3K per month, you can do ads on Facebook, on Twitter, wherever. It works. Ads is a great lead generation machine. And the third system is cold emailing. And I already did a video, complete video on the whole overview of cold email. I'm going to link it here. And if you haven't seen it, check it out. But here it's going to be a little different. I want to deep dive for somebody that wants to dip their toe into cold emailing. How do you do it? And how do you do it without spending hundreds of dollars on softwares like Clay? We're going to talk about Clay, Google Sheets, AI enrichment, and how you can, by using all of these tools, double X or even times 5, increase your response rate from cold email. All right. So my goal is to help you. I'm going to give you the templates, everything I'm a coach. So we can talk about coaching, right? So the first thing, as a coach, I want to create deals with companies, in my specific case, tech companies, and I want them to buy a package. So I need to find these leaders, CEOs, HR people to pitch to whatever your product is. Going to need to find these people. The first step is creating either a free account on Zoom Info or Apollo. So this is what it looks like. And I'm just going to show you how I would do it if I had to start from zero. The first thing, you go on Apollo. For example, you want to target the United States. Here you're going to choose the job title. And let's say C-suite. We're going to have 500K. So you want a list of maybe 10K. It's really important you cast a wide net and that you cast companies that probably can afford you. For the sake of the example, we want to target maybe bigger companies. So let's say 500 to 1,000. That's already like a company that has a lot of employees and probably, they can use some coaching. And now you want to maybe choose an industry. So maybe you're specialized in health, right? Or tech or security, or you can choose, but we want to really narrow it down, but not too much. Maybe one last filter. I target companies that right in the tech sector. So we are now with 1,700 leads. Okay. I would add a few more filters, but it's not the point. The point is that I'm using Arc, by the way. That's the browser, ARC. It's really good. I'm going to take this link that you're seeing here and I'm going to go to Apify. So even if you haven't heard about Apify, Apify is a company that has a big bank of scrapers. So whatever you need to scrape in the world, Apify probably has an actor for that. They call them actors. So you create a free account. You can start with a free account. So you'll find an actor that I already have used a few times, which is called Apollo Actor, the Apollo Scraper. And it's right here. The Apollo Scraper scrape up to 50K leads. So I'm also going to show you the pricing. It's $1.2 for 1,000 leads. So in our case, we had like 1 or 2K leads. That would be nothing. That would be like $1 or $2 to get all of these leads, right? All of the emails, phone numbers, LinkedIn data, personal titles, you get everything from these people. You're going to take the URL we just copied, search URL, and you save and start. That's it. That's all you need to do. What it's going to give you is a CSV, which you're going to import it in the Google Sheets. So let's look at maybe the result. You have a list of people and you ultimately you want to send an email, right, to this person and you say, hey, first name, maybe your company's name. So Johnny, Coca-Cola leaders might need support. All of the most successful cold emailers in the world have two things in common. One, there's a lot of personalization. So the person that is receiving your email is not feeling that he's been sent a random note that's not relevant to him. I received, my name is Carlo. I received an email today saying hello, Johnny, or something like that. And oh, hey there, like, you forget it. Like, nobody's going to read it. So all of this effort amounts to nothing if the person is not going to read it. 2, if your email lands in the spam. So to make sure it's not landing in the spam, you need to add a lot of, random words and customized words so that the spam filters are not, targeting your email. The second thing is really important is that you need people to read your mail, and to read your mail, you need to make it personalized. That's the whole secret of the scraping. So you want to send a great email. Like, let's get to the interesting part. So you can use a program like Clay. If you don't know Clay, you can try it, right? There's a plan for $0 and you can do, 100 searches per month. And it really quickly gets to $134 per month. So, and that's if you pay annually. So if you pay monthly, it's going to be $150. It's a lot of money. I'm not going to lie. Like, if you're testing out cold emailing and you want to try out reaching out to customers, it's a lot of money. Plus, like, it's not it's a commitment, right? If you have like offers which are worth like 5K, and you have a great pipeline and everything works and you have your offer dialed down, like, yeah, $150 is nothing. It's like a whole complete system, but you're going to have other costs as well. So that's why I'm making this video, to show you there are other options that I've built myself. You can build it yourself too. So we just import and you will get all of these fields would be populated. And then you can start adding enrichment. So you can say, for example, I want to scrape the website URL here. Cool. Save. Okay, save and run on 10 rows. All right, awesome. So he just created a row, scrape website. So this is the scraped result. That's the whole website, only the text. You have some keywords, a description. You have everything, neatly formatted. Every scraped website is 1 credit, right? So I think they're giving you 1,000 credits per month, or in total, I'm not sure. What I want to show you is what I created, because I don't want to pay $150. And that's the whole story here, is that once I got the Apollo, which cost me like $2, I don't want to pay $150 before I have any money. Also, I don't need all of these options. It's overkill. I don't need all of these options. So I basically built a scraper, and this is what it looks like. This template, by the way, is going to be available to you. You can either build it yourself. It takes about, a few hours, and you can build the whole program by yourself. It's a bit technical. A lot of scrapers, they give you a lot of useless information. I just want to know, like, what's it about? So we want to scrape column L. So let's say L2 to L, which one is it? 8. And we want to output the result in M. Cool. And then it's going to run the script. I hope you notice the speed. Like, you can use different services, but the speed here is absolutely amazing. I've tried a few others, and you can scrape like a 10,000 and it just runs through it. So that's amazing. So first thing it's done, you're going to have all of the text. Basically, it's like Clay, right? So I say there's a form like a GPT app, right? And it's connected to the GPT-4o mini. And I say, okay, based on this cell, please output the industry that's common used in 3 or less words, all lowercase. Okay, they're in the risk management business, and you can drag it out right here. So why is this important? Okay, why is this important? This is all about enrichment. This is what we're talking about. So why we need the industry? Because, hey, I'm setting up a coaching program for leaders in the guy that's in the real estate industry gets an email that's written in the real estate space. It's more relevant. So it's all about increasing the relevance. So every added relevance is increasing your success for the cold emailing. But you want to keep in mind, you want to keep it short. So that's the challenge. You want to have a stellar offer, and that's a process. You're not going to get to it in a second, but that's why I think it's really important to have tools which cost less money, so you can experiment more without breaking the bank. The next thing we can do is look at the person's URL. So we have, for example, Shauna Turner from RiskConnect, and this is also something we want to do. So we're not going to send, hey, Shauna, RiskConnect, Inc. leaders would need support. That's ridiculous, right? It's going to show that it's not tailor-made for her. But what you can do is do GPT, take this company name, rewrite this company name with only the first letter in lowercase, remove all company else like co, Inc., trademark. But these are the small things that matters when you're sending a cold email. So if you're sending risconnect, Inc. dot, like, it looks ridiculous. But if you're sending, hey, Shauna, Risconnect leaders might need some coaching, the subject seems quite relevant. Let me show you what else is possible. So from our leads from Apify, we also get the LinkedIn URL of the person, of Shauna, but we also got her company URL and we got the website. So let's do something nice that also I think you can maybe allude to something they said on their LinkedIn profile. That would be amazing because that really shows that you actually did your research. I have a scraper that's called LinkedIn Post Scraper. And this scraper is going to look at the 3 last posts of this person. Running script. So J2, we want to run the range. So the entire range, J2 to J8. And we want to output in column K. Amazing. So it's running the script. All right. So this is what the community means to me. Colleagues coming together to support a cause that's dear to us. The Fiesta 5K challenge, and check out how you can get involved. So that's a post she wrote. She got 9 likes for it. So Grania is working at high level, and she's thrilled to announce they're ranked 4 to 6 on this year 5,000 fastest growing company. Why is this amazing? So she got 98 likes for it and 5 comments. This is like the peak of personalization, and it's cheap and it's instant. So you just need to think about it once and then you're good. We're going to ask the GPT app. I hope this is not boring for you guys, but I think this is what cold emailing is about, right? If you want to reach out, basically you have 2 options. You either have send a mail, or you can do both, or you can cold call, which is absolutely brutal and you have to have massive balls to do it. I personally can't stand the rejection. I'm very soft about it. But if you can do cold calling, more power to you. It's amazing. But the next best thing is cold email, and you can even use this system for reach out on LinkedIn. So there are companies like Dripify, for example, or La Growth Machine, which enable you to take the same things we just did and add them as a variable in a LinkedIn invite. And you can say, hey, Sean, I just read your post on community, just thought to connect, and all automatically. I mean, that's the magic of it. Like, if you're not using these automations today, like, you're missing out, like, because that's what scale is about. Only 3% of the people you're going to reach out to at best are going to buy a service from you. So you need to reach out to so many people. And that's why they always say, like, get a high ticket offer, because if you're selling stuff at $20, $30, you're going to need to reach out to a lot of people for it to make sense after taxes. The only way you can do it and not land in the spam and that people will read it is by personalizing the emails and the reach out. So this is a tool you need to be using. So based on this linear, can you, I don't know how you said, can you tell me what the first post is about in 5 or 8 words, all in lowercase? So you've noticed me adding all in lowercase because you want to add this afterwards in a sentence, right? That's going to be a variable. Communities for Emory ALS Center event, and then the first post about Sophos Women in Tech inspires girls, and top 3 strategy courses, congratulating someone, Sierra on success, high-level ranks. You can say, hey, just read the hey Shauna. So first you get a hey Shauna, like Risconnect coaching for leaders, or does Risconnect leaders are in need of coaching, something like that. And then hey Shauna, I'm putting a workshop for companies in the risk management industry. Yeah. And then, here's what's on the agenda. And by the way, just read your post on LinkedIn on community support. Great post. I know somebody might find it cringe. Some people might say it's fake. It's not real. That's just the world we are living in, right? So you need to stand out from all of the bullshit you're getting, and it's a tool. You need to use it. It doesn't mean that you're your service is bullshit. It doesn't mean anything about you. It just means you need to get your foot in the door. And this is a way to do it. It's by standing out in the sea of bullshit. And then maybe we can find something interesting in their profile. We want to scrape their profile, and you can do the same thing on the company's profile as well. But you want to do J2 to J8, and you want to output this time in M, not in L, and it's going to just scrape it and just show the result. I hope this makes sense. Here's the result. I'm sorry, Shauna, if you're seeing this. Like, I didn't want to make a whole video about you, but you just came up first. So she's got a passion for creating positive workplaces. Shauna has a proven track record of developing and implementing innovative HR that enhance employee. Okay. This is all something you can use. You can say, hey, Shauna, I've read that you're working on developing and implementing HR programs to increase engagement and retention. I'm on the same mission as you, especially for the risk management sector. Do you think Risk Connect might be interested in working with a coach? Ultimately, the win is going to come from there. Once you got that, you export it as a CSV, right? And you go to Instantly, you download, the list, and you add these variables. So you have these curly brackets, right? And these curly brackets are just going to be the name of the column they need to use from this column. I hope this has been interesting for you guys, because this is basically how to circumvent the whole paying stuff. So you still going to need to be paying for Instantly, probably Apify and some of the scraping services, but it's going to be way, way cheaper, way, way leaner. Plus, it's something that's modular, so you can script to that file and you make it your own. If you have any wishes to increase, if you are not doing AI enrichment to your emails, I would even say, like, to your basic newsletters, like, if you're not doing AI enrichment on that, like, what are you doing? Why not? It's so easy. It takes a few days to implement, and you'll see the result immediately. So many people are wasting money. You can have a increase in your ad. I mean, you can have so much organic traffic coming from that with a relatively small investment. We're talking about less than $200-300 per month. If you have any type of reach out by email to other companies, please enrich your emails. Even if people know it's AI, it's still better. People far more enjoy reading something that's tailored to them than something that's just general. So if I'm getting an email say, hey, Carlo, I know you're an executive coach right now. You're in this space. You're doing AI consultancy. That's amazing. I also have a service that might be like, even if I know it's AI, I think it's like, all right, great. Like, it seems more applicable to me. Hopefully it's been helpful. If you want this template, you go to my website, you download a copy, you reach out if you need anything, if you need any help in implementation, reaching out, AI consultancy. Bye.